And Katie McCabe has seen a ridiculous amount of the ball in the first minute and a half. But now chasing this down is Heather Payne. Rihanna Jarrett through the middle. Payne doing really well in a wide position. Payne with the cross, and it scrambled out for a corner. Came off Schmatko. Really good play by Heather Payne. Numbers 4 and 7. Caldwell makes a move. It's towards Louise Quinn. Got her head to it. Ukraine haven't cleared it particularly far. Denise O'Sullivan. And she's got it back again. Ireland certainly not sitting back, taking the game to Ukraine already. And that has gone out for another corner kick. Heather Payne was the last Irish player to touch it. Pansulaya couldn't stop it going out. Steady on the first delivery. Sanina, the goalkeeper, trying to get out. They can't get it clear, Ukraine. And another corner. So Ireland keeping the pressure on Ukraine in the first 3 and a bit minutes of their... And that's Jarrett, who didn't get decent contact on it. And Ukraine even missing a few players. They do have great pace in their team.
She's such a quality player.
That almost got through to Rihanna Jarrett, but again, Ukraine with numbers back to deal with the problem, but there's more problems now. Littlejohn slides the ball through. This is Katie McCabe. It's Heather Payne's ball in, indeed, and Ukraine able to get it clear. Ireland getting into another decent position, and that shot from Harriet Scott is just over the crossbar. Didn't bring the save out of Sanina, but another good attack for the Republic of Ireland. More pressure on Ukraine.
Yeah, it's really good. Comes from a turnover, a good high press. Harriet Scott's in a really good position, able to anticipate.
Courtney Brosnan made her debut for Ireland in the Montenegro game, which it seems like such a long time ago now. It was played behind closed doors, if you remember, right at the start of the COVID-19 coronavirus outbreak. It's like a lifetime ago. And as a result, these European Championships were meant to be next summer. Anya Gorman's ball back. Oh dear, it's gone in. An own goal. Courtney Brosnan just got caught out by the pace of the pass back by Anya O'Gorman. And after all the fantastic work that the Republic of Ireland have done in Kiev, they fall behind. A match Ukraine need to win, and a horrible moment for Anya O'Gorman and for Courtney Brosnan. There was an own goal in the match in Dublin, scored by Ukraine, and now Ireland have scored an own goal in Kiev. Ukraine 1, Ireland 0.
Yeah, look, it's really disappointing, but the most important thing now is the reaction to this. You know, it's Courtney needs to get this out of her head, and so does Anya. You know, you can see here what they're trying to do. Little ball in behind, and Anya, she knows the player is in behind her, and she just tries to clip it back to Courtney, and you know, it's at an angle. And Courtney's just come a little bit too narrow, and it's just one of those ones. Look, it's unlucky these things happen, but the most important thing now is the reaction. We need to get straight back in and keep playing to the game plan, and just get back into the game.
Well, look, for any player, if you're looking for a player to bounce back after a bit of a setback, Anya O'Gorman would be top of the list to do that, wouldn't she, with all her experience? I know it's a blow for Courtney Brosnan, but these things do happen, and there is plenty of time to repair this. Can they get a foothold in the Ukraine half? Jarrett will certainly attempt to do that. That's a really nice ball played out for Heather Payne. Needs support. O'Sullivan is there. Chance for her to pull on it first time. Is that a penalty? Yes, referee's given a penalty. Denise O'Sullivan fouled in the penalty area, and the Croatian referee had the perfect view of this. The problem for Schmatko now is she was booked earlier on in the half after 15 minutes. Will she get another yellow? That's the foul. That's the reason the penalty was given. Will they be down to 10 players?
Well, that's a definite penalty first and foremost. She comes in, 2 legs straight through the back of Denise O'Sullivan, and that's a stonewall penalty. She can't deny that.
I don't think she's going to be booked again. The referee letting Katie McCabe get set for this penalty kick. Sanina, really the stand-in goalkeeper for Ukraine. hasn't put a foot wrong in the match so far, but this an opportunity for the Republic of Ireland to get back on level terms. 32 minutes played in Kiev, and the referee will remind the goalkeeper about the rules with where her feet are on that goal line. We've seen many a penalty had to be retaken. So here we go. Katie McCabe for Ireland for 1-1 against Sanina. McCabe, oh, it's come off the crossbar. She hit that very crossbar with the free kick earlier on. So the woodwork, well, it's not wood anymore, but denies Ireland. It stays at Ukraine 1, Ireland 0. Louise Quinn composed at the back. Littlejohn. That was a chance, but there will be more, hopefully many more. Here's O'Sullivan, the player who was fouled for the penalty. That was for Jarrett, and Ukraine able to scramble it away. Again, when Ireland put them under pressure at the back, they don't look all that steady, but their goal is still intact. Here's O'Gorman. And that breaks down. So, stays at 1-0.
Yeah, but even if you look at the build-up to the goal, Katie strikes it, you know, she scores them week in, week out when she gets them, and you know, it's one of those ones that she has to, again, just regroup. But Ireland had the best response to it again, attacking a nice quick passing move down the right-hand side and creating another opportunity. But even the build-up to the penalty is the first time in a while that Ireland started to move the ball 1 and 2 touch and actually move it quickly, and that's when the spaces are opening up, and that's what the girls need to keep doing.
Sullivan just pulling on that first time. Caldwell's header goes backwards, and the referee is going to get a card out for Diane Caldwell. So the Irish centre-back from North County Dublin is booked in Kiev for that.
Yeah, Diane just comes in strong. Referee probably just doesn't like the movement of her arms.
By Heather Payne to win the ball back. And then Scott gets caught in possession. Here come Ukraine. The shot is well wide. Boychenko was close to getting a touch on this, I think, but Courtney Brosnan happy to see that one sail past her post.
Yeah, and it's a little spell now of Ireland having to defend. You can see they're strong when they run on the ball, and the shot's always going wide. But again, it's just these are the moments now where Ireland need to make sure we keep the defending right, keep ourselves solid, not have those lapses of concentration. And keep...
Referee in the best position of all to see it, Heather Payne. So Jarrett up there on her own. The Ukrainians have been caught. Rihanna Jarrett! Oh, and it's cleared off the line. Smatko stopped the ball going in. There was no power in the shot, but Rihanna Jarrett was centimetres away from equalising for Ireland in Kiev.
But that's where Ireland are getting joy, is when we get the ball to feet and when we go at them low. That's where they have their problems, and all of our best chances have come with the penalty, with balls coming in low. Anything that we've pumped in the air, they're big centre-backs, they're tall across the back, and they're well able to deal with that. And Rihanna will be gutted she just didn't get another little bit on that, but I think that's the area we need to look at going into the second half, is trying to get low balls in to the box, because that's where we're causing them problems.
Here's Denise O'Sullivan now. Last few seconds of the first half. Will the referee let this attack continue to its conclusion? And that is Heather Payne. It's out for a corner, and the referee isn't going to allow any more at the end of the first half. Ukraine find themselves leading at half-time in a match they need to win. The own goal gave them the lead after 25 minutes. Katie McCabe missed her penalty. She's hit that crossbar twice. At the break, still a long way to go. Ukraine lead Ireland by 1-0. Back in a couple of minutes for Euro 2022. Oof, that was a close thing. Thankfully, there was no contact. Connolly and Littlejohn working together, and she sprays the ball out over the left shoulder of Denise O'Sullivan. That's Voronina is the defender. O'Sullivan back of the shot from Jarrett, the save by Sanina, but the shot was on target. It was a snapshot. It was hit straight at the goalkeeper, but much better for Ireland. O'Sullivan involved. Jarrett's shot, excuse me, and a corner comes from it.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant from Denise O'Sullivan. Anastasia Voronina just come into the game in the second half, and Denise just able to get around her, leaves her behind. A great little ball back, and you know, Rihanna's unlucky there. She catches it well enough, but
another corner. Sanina in goal for Ukraine. Oh, and she lost that one completely. We play on as Connolly retrieves it for Ireland, surrounded by 3 Ukrainian players. Did well to get any sort of a cross in, but Sanina, the Ukraine goalkeeper, was all over the place. Ireland, though, unable to capitalise for now. There was a slip there by Kozlova. Ireland have it back. O'Sullivan, a pace to the attack, and the free kick given away by Kimmich. Now here's O'Sullivan. They just need 1 goal. Denise O'Sullivan. It wasn't too far away. Didn't hit the target, didn't bring a save out of Sanina. But it's a look at the Ukraine goal, having had them under serious pressure not so long ago from a string of set plays. McCabe, plenty waiting in the penalty area. McCabe floats in the cross. That's a lovely delivery, and just over the top from Louise Quinn, I think it was. Yes, Louise with the header over. Oh, that was a good chance. Great cross, but better from Ireland.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great ball. You see the little ball down the side. Katie McCabe looks, and look at 4 Irish players in the box, 5 queued up. We actually have a 4v2 at the back post, and it's probably the first time that Ireland have had actually the first and the best contact from across.
COVID-19 hit their squad. Bochenko, what's the left boot like? And that is Kozlova, and an easy save for Brosnan. Ireland in the last minute of the 90. Have to get a goal, need a goal from somewhere. Huge build-up to this game. A lot of hype about it, which was thoroughly justified. A defeat here wasn't in the script, but it's not over yet. 30 seconds of normal time. Malloy plays it back to Katie McCabe. Hangs up the cross again in Kiev. Just takes a second to score a goal. Is it going to come? Diane Caldwell just nudges it back. Louise Quinn, O'Sullivan there. That was Schmatko who's able to clear it away. Heather Payne has had some brilliant moments in the second half for Ireland. They need a brilliant moment, a moment of inspiration from somewhere. Anya O'Gorman, there's a flag gone up for offside. They bounced back with Katie McCabe hitting the crossbar, then awarded a penalty, and that came off the same crossbar. Here's Katie McCabe again, as Ireland keep the pressure on Ukraine, as they have to. And McCabe will get on with it from the throw-in quickly. Filenko going back to take her position in the Ukrainian defence. They've frustrated Ireland in the second half. Had to win the game. They have to win the game to stay alive in Euro 2022. Is that a free kick, a foul for Ireland? Yes, it is.
Yeah, and in fairness to the referee, a couple of times her whistle's been a little bit late, but she does look to try and play the advantage at times. And, you know, she saw there that the little clip on Ellen Malloy, there was no advantage to Ireland. There wasn't anyone to get on the end of the ball and put the ball in the box, and she rightly called the free kick.
Kimmich really has led a charmed life in terms of not being booked. So, 3rd minute of additional time. Plenty of jostling. Just takes a second to score. McCabe hangs it up there. Louise Quinn with the header. Is that gone out for a corner, or is it a goal kick? It's a goal kick. They're just not getting any breaks in front of that Ukrainian goal. They're getting desperate for Ireland. McCabe's throw, Quinn's little nod on. Diane Caldwell couldn't bring it under control. Back in by Connolly. Heather Payne. Oh, that was a brilliant clearance by Kravitz. Somehow just managed to get the ball away just as Ireland were about to pull the trigger. There is the whistle, though. The referee didn't add too much longer on than the 4 added minutes, but Ireland's dreams of qualifying for Euro 2022, getting into those playoffs, well, they'll have to wait. They're in trouble after this defeat tonight. Ukraine, with the victory tonight, have a lifeline now, and they are back in business in terms of finishing 2nd in this group. They have 2 matches left that they will be expected to win. Ireland have Germany in Dublin, and that's a huge ask, Lisa.
Yeah, it is a big ask, and you know, it's a very disappointing night for Ireland, and you know, you'll always rue those missed chances, and they're chances that you put away on any other night of the week. But you know, these are a resilient group of players. They wanted this type of pressure. They asked for it. They performed well enough to bring this pressure to them. And this is the expectation, that we go to a team that's 5 places higher than us in the world rankings, and we're disappointed if we don't get a result out there. But this is the standard now for this team, and I know that they'll regroup, and you know, Germany and Dublin is going to be an absolutely massive ask. But the one thing that football does teach us is that anything is possible, and on any given day anything is possible, and you know, it's not over till it's over. And Germany and Tala next month, bring it on.
Yeah, it's certainly not over. Some tears from the Irish players. They did their very best this evening, unfortunate at times, but it's the Ukraine who have won here tonight. It's all set up for a cliffhanger of a final day on the 1st of December when Germany come to Dublin. But in Kiev, the Republic of Ireland have been beaten by a 1-0 by Ukraine.